Inside this little boy's body lived a lightning-attracting parasite. His mother would tie him to a tree, using him as bait to draw lightning. Porter screamed and cried in fear, begging for forgiveness, but his mother would just hide nearby, showing no concern. Strangely, even after getting struck by lightning, Porter was completely unharmed. One day, Mark happened to pass by a tree that had been burned bare by lightning. He went straight to the boy's house to ask what was going on. There were many trees in the forest, but only this one kept getting struck. Mark suspected there was something inside the tree. He asked to examine it, but Porter's mother was evasive and said she needed her husband's permission. Eventually, the father agreed, and the three of them went to the tree together. But Mark didn't notice anything unusual at first glance, so he asked directly, had anyone ever been struck by lightning there? The parents called Porter over. Mark told the boy to take off his jacket and show his stomach. When Mark touched Porter's belly button, he got a small shock. Mark then asked Porter if his belly ever felt warm during thunderstorms. Porter nodded. That's when the father revealed that Porter had been struck by lightning multiple times, but never once injured. Mark concluded that Porter had a thunderbug living inside him, a parasite that could only survive by absorbing lightning. It had lived in the tree for a long time, but once it found a human, it latched on and made its host attract lightning. Whenever the weather turned stormy, the bug would draw lightning directly to the host and feed off the electricity. That's why Porter never got hurt. The bug absorbed it all, but repeated strikes were still dangerous over time. So Mark suggested hiding Porter inside the tree's hollow during storms. Surprisingly, Porter refused. He said he wanted to be struck. He didn't want to hide. So Mark came up with another idea. Using Porter's umbilical cord from birth might help draw the bug out. He asked the mother to find it, but she immediately claimed she had no idea where it was. The father, clearly frustrated, scolded her, telling her to look again. She left reluctantly. Meanwhile, Mark grew suspicious. He asked Porter if that woman was really his birth mother. He couldn't understand why she treated the boy with such indifference. The father confirmed. She was his real mother, but she had never liked Porter. Not even a little. She hadn't wanted to marry the father either. Their marriage had been arranged by both families, leaving her no choice. She despised the home, hated her husband, and even more, she hated Porter. She had even tried to kill herself while pregnant, not wanting the child to be born. That hatred never faded. She never cared what happened to him, often tying him to the tree herself. Even when Porter cried and apologized, she would ignore him, pretending not to hear. The first time he got struck by lightning, she showed no concern at all. From that day on, Porter often sat alone by the tree. He hoped that if he got struck enough, his mother might finally care. When Mark saw him sitting quietly in the tree, he understood everything. The only way to save Porter was through his mother. Porter didn't want lightning, he wanted love. Mark told the mother exactly what her son was thinking. She said she understood. Her own mother had never cared for her either. She had grown up without love. Mark explained that Porter wasn't choosing lightning because he liked it. It was because that tree was far from the house, so he wouldn't accidentally hurt his parents. But even after hearing that, she didn't react at all. Dark clouds began to roll in again. Mark asked where Porter was. The mother said he might have gone to the open field nearby. They rushed there. Sure enough, Porter was there. The mother coldly told him to go home. Porter asked why. She didn't explain, just muttered that he might die out there. Mark realized what was really going on. She did care. She didn't want him to get hurt, but the mother stayed silent. The clouds thickened. Thunder rumbled overhead. Suddenly, tears streamed down her face. She dropped the umbrella. As lightning cracked above, Porter shoved his mother aside and ran alone into the open plain.